compressor at 1 bar and 300 Kelvin, the energy input is 25 kilojoules per kg for each stage. That is, per each stage means for each stage. The stage efficiency is around 86%. Calculate the exit static temperature and the compressor efficiency and the static pressure ratio. These are supposed to be, we're supposed to find. Then let's write the data first. Then we'll put the corresponding TS diagram and we'll try to solve it. Fine. Solution. What is given? The number of stages. The data given is the number of stages. N is equal to 3 and the pressure P1, that is at the inlet, is 1 bar and the corresponding temperature is 300 Kelvin. And the work done per stage, that is, we call it as stage work, is 25 kilojoules per kg. That is, it is a specific work. Fine. And the stage efficiency is 86% of 0.86. And this being an air, so we can assume Cp to be 1.005 kilojoules per kg degree Kelvin. And we are supposed to find the exit temperature. Okay, that is, let me call it as the exit right now, and it will be corresponding, we'll give the number later on, the exit temperature. Fine. Then B is the compressor efficiency and the C, it is the pressure ratio. Okay. Let's write the corresponding TS diagram first. TS diagram, we'll write it. Draw the TS diagram. T is, input the corresponding pressures. The pressures are diverging. For first stage, one stage, second stage, and third stage. They are all diverging. And if I try to execute a isentropic process, fine, it will be something like this. That is from 1, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. Fine. Now, if I execute an actual compression, the actual compression will be something like this. It's not straight line. It will be curved a little bit. Fine. It will be. This will be your actual. Let me use a different color. Okay. This will be your actual. Actual one will be something like this, and the corresponding temperatures will be 1. This will be 2. This will be 3, and this will be 4. For each stage, I can write the corresponding isentropic. If I do this, this will be a straight line. I'll end up with 3 double dash. Fine. From here to here, if I try to draw, this will be a straight line. This will be 4 double dash. Now, we are supposed to find the exit temperature. So, as this is a 3 stages, the exit temperature is T4. So, this is the first stage, second stage, third stage. This is pressure 1, P1, P2, P3, and P4. So roughly I have written. So if you want, you can write the need sketch also, doesn't matter. But what is more important is we need to put this TS diagram and try to find the corresponding temperatures. Now, what is the work done? Work done, we have the expressions. See, we know we have the work done expression given by W is equal to, already we have this actually, it is equal to H2 minus H1, that is H2 minus H1, that is mCp into T2 minus T1. So W minus M is what we are finding. So this will be simply Cp into, so if you are looking at the specific work W1, it will be Cp into T2 minus T1. Okay, this is nothing but I have the stage work. this is specific work for each stage, T2 minus T1, then T2, T3, stage, they are the work. So this is 25 kilojoules, that is 25 into 10 to the power of 3, and Cp is 1.005 kilojoules, so it's 10 to the power of 3 into T2, I don't know, T1 is given as 300. So let me substitute all the values in this thing. So 25 by 1.005 plus 300. So your T2 will be greater than your 300. So 300, that is, I am getting 324.5 Kelvin. So this is the value of your T2 temperature. And also look at this. What is my stage efficiency? The stage efficiency, I can write it as T2 dash minus T1, that is your theoretical work divided by actual work, that is Cp into T2 dash minus T1 divided by Cp into T2 minus T1. So Cp will just cancel out. I am writing only in terms of temperature. So the stage efficiency already is given in the numerical, it is 86%. So T2 dash is what I don't know, T2 dash minus T1 is 300 divided by, just now you found the T2, which is 324.5 minus 300, fine, this is equal to, so 0.86 into 24.5 plus 300. So T2 dash is equal to, if I substitute in my calculator, this is coming around 321.4 Kelvin. Look at this. T2 dash is less than your T2. So actual temperature is T2 is greater than your T2 dash. This is for first stage. I call it as. Now if I go for the second stage, let me go for second stage. Each stage I am trying to calculate. Second stage. So what is the corresponding work done? Work done is still the same. That is W by M is equal to Cp into T3 minus T2. T2 already we have calculated. This is 25 into 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 1.005 into 10 to the power of 3 into your T3 is what I don't know. T3 is supposed to be found, and just now we found the T2, which was 324.49 or something. We round it up to 23.5. So if I substitute 25 divided by 1.005 plus 324.5, so that is T3 is equal to, I am getting 349.76 Kelvin. We round it up to 2 decimals, 1 or 2 decimals, that should be more than enough. Now, same step, I will write it for the second stage. This is for second stage. The stage efficiency, it remains same. So this will be Cp into T3 double dash minus T2 divided by T3 minus 2. Look at this. This is nothing but stage. See, T2 into T3 double dash. So 2 to 3 double dash, 3 to 2. So this is not 2 dash or 3 dash, it is 3 double dash. Look at this particular point. I am considering this one. Fine. So it is T3 double dash minus T2 divided by this thing. So now if I substitute, this is 0.86 is equal to T3 double dash minus T2 is 324.5 divided by your T3, just now you found it is 349.76 minus 324.5. So if I substitute everything, so it is 0.86 into 349.76 minus 324.5 plus 324.5. If I do, I am going to get T3 double dash is equal to 346.2 degree Kelvin, which is less than your T3. Now similarly, I can go for third stage. So what is it for the third stage? It is W by M is equal to Cp into T4 minus T3. So this is 25 into 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 1.005 into 10 to the power of 3 into T4 is what I don't know, which is supposed to be calculated, minus T3, which is 349.76. So 25 divided by 1.005, if I take it to this side, plus 349.76 if I do, I will end up with T4 is equal to 374.6 Kelvin. Similarly, if I do repeat the same thing, the stage efficiency, which is equal to T4 double dash minus T3 divided by T4 minus T3. So this is 0.8616 divided by T4, which is 374.6 minus 349.76, and end up with T4 double dash is equal to, if I substitute everything, so I am getting 371.4 Kelvin, which is less than 374.6 Kelvin, which is your T4, which is less than your T4. Okay. This is what they've asked. See, first part they've asked you have to find the exit temperature. So T4 was supposed to be found. Now the next thing you're supposed to find is the pressure ratios and the compressor efficiency. Okay. Let's find the pressure ratio. So if you want to find the pressure ratio, let's find the corresponding pressures. So B, that is we are supposed to find the pressure ratios. Okay. Now P2 by P1, this is for an isentropic process, is equal to T2 dash by T1 whole to the power of gamma by gamma minus 1. Okay. Now in this I know the value of P1, and T2 dash just now I calculated. P1 I know, and I can find the corresponding P2. So I can find P2 is equal to P1 into P2 dash divided by P1 whole to the power of gamma by gamma plus 1. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, there is one guy who wants to join and his DMS ID is not working. So, can you accept
Who's it? Who's it?
Aniket Bidadar is his ID, sir.
Okay, fine. Admitted.
Yes.
Okay. This guy should join on time. These guys come at the nth moment and okay. So anyone to join? I think I don't know. So everyone has joined. So, okay, fine. We'll continue. Is it fine? Okay. This is the thing. So now P1. What is the value of P1? It's given as 1 bar. So either if I substitute in bar, I'll get the P2 in terms of bar, or if I substitute in thing, both the ways fine. So if I substitute in terms of Newton per meter square, then I have to put 1 into 10 to the power of 5. So T2 dash, just now we calculated, it was 321.4 divided by your T1 is 300. And this being an air, so I can take gamma as 1.4 minus 1. So if I substitute everything, so 321.4 divided by 300 whole to the power of 1.4 divided by 0.4 into 1 into 10 to the power of 5. Just I'm calculating. So I'm getting P2 as 1.27 bar, or 1.27 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. Similarly, this is for the first stage. Okay, this is for the first stage. Now if I go for the second stage, the pressure ratio will be P3 by P2. So this is for second stage. If I go for the second stage, this will be P3 by P2 is equal to T3 double dash. Remember, it's not the dash actually. It is T3 double dash divided by T2 divided by e to the power of gamma by gamma minus 1. Now here I know that just now I calculate the P2. So the unknown is T3. I know the T3 dash, I know T2. So I'll substitute and get the values of P3. So P3 is equal to P2 into T3 double dash divided by T2. Fine. So if I substitute, this will be 1.27 bar. If I keep it in bar, I'll get the value in terms of bar. So T3 double dash. So we calculated T3 double dash was found to be 346.2, and T2 just now we found. So T2 is equal to 324.5. 324.5 whole to the power of 1.4 divided by 1.4 minus 1. If I substitute, and I'm getting around 1.58 bar. This is my P3. This is for the second stage. If I repeat the same thing for the third stage, this will be T4 by T3 is equal to T4 double dash divided by T3 whole to the power of gamma by gamma minus 1 is equal to T4 is equal to T3 into T4 double dash divided by T3 gamma by gamma minus 1. So let me substitute all the values. Just now we got the value of T3, which was 1.58 bar, into, so T4 dash just now we calculated, which was 371.4 Kelvin divided by your T3. So T3 also we calculated, which was 349.76 whole to the power of 1.4 divided by 1.4 minus 1. So if I try to calculate from my calculator, I'm getting 1 minute. I'm calculating 1.948 something, so 1.95 bar. So this is my P4. So what is the pressure ratio? So if I take at any given point, say for example, see, pressure ratio is nothing but, so maybe in the second decimal it may vary, but first decimal will be 7. So pressure ratio will be P2 by P1 or P3 by P2 and P4 by P3. If I take, so 1.27 by 1 or 1.58 by 1.27, 1.95 by 1.58 if I do, so I'll be getting a pressure ratio of 1.2. Maybe second decimal you may get a little less value. So 1.24, 1.25, 1.26. So 1.26 or something is the pressure ratio. If you, because I round it up to 1.27, so 1.26 something. So 265 or something will be the pressure ratio if I take it. So that's an average kind of a thing. Or if you want, you can go with 1.27 also. Doesn't matter. 1.27 is the pressure ratio which we can easily calculate. Okay. The last thing which we are supposed to find, that is your compressor efficiency. A compressor efficiency. What is it actually? The compressor efficiency is equal to your T4 dash minus T1 divided by T4 minus your T1. What is the value of T4 dash? How can I get the T4 dash? How can I get the T4 dash? Okay, so if you want to get the T4 dash, I should use the expression. See, if I consider, see my pressure ratio, what is the pressure ratio? The pressure ratio now I calculated is 1.27. Okay, now if I take T4 dash to T1 is equal to P4 by P1 whole to the power of gamma minus 1. At any given point, never ever try to calculate T4 dash is equal to T4 double dash. T4 dash is different. That means I am trying, if I come to the TS diagram, I am trying to follow the same vertical line from 1 to 4 double dash, 4 dash. 4 dash is less than your 4 dash is less than your 4 double dash if I look in terms of temperature. Fine. So with that particular thing, so considering the isentropic compression process, I can write a T4 dash by, this is for isentropic compression as per thermodynamic isentropic compression. T4 dash by T1 is equal to P4 by P1 whole to the power of gamma minus 1 by gamma. Every other value I know. So only unknown is T4 dash. So if I substitute T4 dash divided by 300, and what is my P4, which is 1.95. P4 is 1.95 divided by, what is my P1? It is 1. So 10 to the power of 5, 10 to the power of just cancel out if I substitute unit of Newton per meter square. 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1.4. So 1.95 to the power of 0.4 by 1.4 into 300. I am getting T4 dash is equal to 363 Kelvin, which is less than T4 double dash. So what is the value of T4 double dash? Just now we calculated T4 double dash was 371.4. Fine. And which is less than your T4 also. So this simple rule, if you try to follow all your calculations, whether it's right or wrong, you can easily come to know. So T4 dash is less than your T4 double dash, and T4 double dash value should be less than your T4. This rule we have to apply. Now compressor efficiency. Let's substitute in that. So the compressor efficiency is equal to T4 dash, which is 363 minus 300 divided by your T4, which is 374 minus 300. So it is 63 by 74 multiplied by 100. It is 0.85 or 85% is the efficiency. 85% is the efficiency of your corresponding compressor. So all the no unknowns which were supposed to be calculated from this numerical. So this numerical, what we used more of the thermodynamic principle. We took the ambient conditions at inlet are 20 degrees and 1 bar. At exit, the total head temperature and pressure are 150 degree Celsius and 3.5 bar. See, look at this. Total head means it is nothing but stagnation. It is not static, it is stagnation or total values. And the static pressure at the exit is 3 bar. Calculate the isentropic efficiency, the polytropic efficiency, and the air velocity at the exit. So the problem is little complicated. We'll try to solve this. Right. The solution for this. So they have given the ambient inlet condition is, so the data that is given is my T01 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius and T01 is 1 bar, and at the exit, that is T02 is equal to 150 degrees Celsius and T02 is equal to 3.5 bar, and also they are given the corresponding exit static pressure also, which is 3 bar. Fine. We are supposed to find A, the isentropic efficiency, and B, the polytropic efficiency, and the C, the velocity at the exit. Fine. This is what they're supposed to find. Let's write the corresponding TS diagram. So here I have single stage, right? I have the corresponding both static and dynamic. So if that's the case, this is T1, T01, T2, T02. So if I do an isentropic compression, so it's a straight line, right? This is 1, 0, 1 dash, 0, 2 dash, sorry, 2 dash and 0, 2 dash. So this is 2 dash, 0, 2 dash. So if I go for an actual compression, it's a little curve, it will be going like this. And this curve will go with a condition, say 0, 1 dash and 0, 1 is almost same. This is your 2, this is your 0, 2. And at any given point, if I try to have an isentropic compression only for this particular thing, 2 to this particular thing, this is your 0 to double dash. So this is how your TS diagram looks like. Okay. Now, from the isentropic compression, we know that from the isentropic compression, T02 dash by T01 is equal to T02 by T01 whole to the power of gamma by gamma. So this is, we know, as per your isentropic compression. T01 I know, which is 20 degrees. So I need to substitute. See, you have to be very careful here. All the values I have to convert it to corresponding kelvins. Okay. T02 dash I have to find. So T02 dash divided by, what is T01? It is 20. 20 plus 273 is equal to, what is my 1.4 into 293? If I do that, so just I'm putting in my calculator. So this comes to around 419 Kelvin or minus 273 if I do. Fine. 419 minus 273 I'll be getting in terms of Celsius. So you can keep the value in Kelvins. Fine. What is the first thing I'm supposed to find? I'm supposed to find the isentropic efficiency. Isentropic efficiency. What is it actually? The isentropic efficiency is equal to T02 dash minus T01 divided by T02 minus T01. So T02 dash just now I found, which is 419 Kelvin, minus your T01 is 20 plus 273, that is 293 Kelvin, divided by T02. So T02 is already there given, which is 150 degrees Celsius. That is 150 plus 273 minus 20 plus 273. Okay. So substitute everything and get it. 419 minus 293 divided by 150 plus 273 minus 293. I am getting 97%. Okay, this is the isentropic efficiency. Okay. What is polytropic efficiency? If I go back, I think in unit 1, we have this formula. The polytropic efficiency is given by gamma minus 1 by gamma into log of T02 by T01 divided by ln of T02 by T01. This derivation has been done We can cross check that. Fine. Gamma minus 1 by gamma into log of P02 by P01 divided by the log of T02 by T01. So if I substitute everything, 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1.4 into ln of your P02 is 3.5 divided by 1 whole thing divided by ln of, this is 150 plus 273 divided by 20 plus 273. If I substitute everything, 7.38 something, so I can round it up to 97.4 degree Celsius. So this is your polytropic efficiency. Okay. Now the third part. The third part is I have to find the corresponding velocity. So this velocity I can find using your corresponding pressure equations. Fine. I can use it from your corresponding pressure equations. What is it? P02 is equal to P2 plus rho into V2 square by 2. But what is the value of rho? As I have told maybe in the previous, when I was solving for the centrifugal compressor with PV is equal to MRT equation. So if PV is equal to P small v is equal to RT. Okay. I know the value of pressure, I know the value of temperature. R, you take it as 287. From this, if I get V and rho is equal to 1 upon specific volume, I may end up with the value of rho as, this is what we have done this exercise. So just straight away I am taking 1.18. If you don't have any time to calculate this particular thing, so directly you can take 1.18 or 1.2. Straight away you can take, assume rho is equal to 1.2 kg per meter cube. This is a straightforward assumption. So P02, they are given it as 3.5. So I have to substitute, that is 3.5 into 10 to the power of 5 plus, so P2 already given in the numerical, which is 3 bar plus 1.18 into V2 square divided by 2. Fine. So 3.5 minus 3. So this particular, if I do multiply by 2 divided by 1.18, take square root of it. So I am ending with 290 meters per second. This is one way of doing it. Sometimes in some of the numericals, this is an extra thing I am giving you, an extra thing. Sometimes if the pressure is not given, is it possible for us to find using only temperature? If that is the case, so my stagnation temperature T02 is equal to T2 plus V square by 2Cp. So what is the value of T02? Which is 150 plus 273 is equal to your T2. Fine. Suppose if you ask to find T2, then V2 is now is an extra thing I am trying to do. So you are supposed to calculate T2 also. So 290 square 2 into 1.005 in 10 to the power of 3. So I may end up with T2 is equal to 381.16 Kelvin. They are not asked what is the exit temperature. See, what is asked in the numerical is they have asked the exit velocity. That's it. They have asked the exit velocity. Suppose other than your exit velocity, they ask you to find the temperature. If suppose in the same numerical, suppose if they give T2 and asks you to calculate velocity and find the corresponding exit static pressure. So in that case, what you have to do, we can use the second equation, that is T02 is equal to T2 plus T2 square by 2 Cp, and substitute and get the value of T2. Fine. From the T2 by that particular equation, T2 is given. Find the value of V2. That V2 you substitute in the previous equation and get the corresponding static pressure. So both the way, either V2 you find, either T2 is given or P2 is given. Find V2 and get back to the previous. So both the way, this is an extra thing. So for some numericals, this may be helpful.